Interliber is an international book fair held in Zagreb each year. The fair includes book presentations, discussions with authors, book signings, meetings with publishers, booksellers, and librarians, literary workshops, books of all sorts on display, and, so to speak, book stars who were invited to present themselves and their books in person. One of those stars was Cody Brown, an American author from Oklahoma who started a blog which over time turned into a book about ordinary Croatian habits from an American's point of view. His book is called Chasing a Croatian Girl, or in Croatian, Propuh, Papuče, and Punica.
We don't have these kinds of things in the States, at least not in Oklahoma, right? So the fact that it's like this festive, popular book festival is pretty cool. You know, I mean, it's a whole warehouse filled with books. You know, it's great. And people like to say, oh, Croatians don't read. Well, this is a pretty big deal.
While I was there, I asked around a few times about where I could find more English publications.
Radim ovih tjedana na Interliberu za profil I puno ljudi me pitalo za knjige na stranim mjestima, pogotovo engleskom, za što je moj odgovor bio negativan, jer eto, ni ovdje ni na cijelom sajmu nisam imala susrete sa engleskim knjigama.
Nevin Anticevic, editor-in-chief at the Algorithm Publishing House, had this to say about Cody Brown, his book, and why there's so little English publications not only at the fair, but in Croatia.
Oh, Cody's fantastic, you know. I mean, Cody is so funny and such a nice person as it is. When we first saw his material on the blog, we thought that it's fantastic because it has such a good approach to Croatian. What we look at are very ordinary things. He sees with his American eyes.
I still think that translating into foreign languages should be something that Ministry of Culture does more than the commercial publishers can do, because it's very hard to do it commercially.
As probably the only English writer living in Croatia, here is a look at the interactions Cody had with his readers at his Interliber book signing.
Friends, that's me.
Hey, hi. All right.
I moved. I live here. Yeah, I live here now. Found a job. One summer vacation, she just got me a gift, and it happened to be this book. I read the book that summer, loved it, it was awesome, hilarious. Really relate to it with the Propuh and the Mamica and all that stuff. Yeah. And then over time, when I decided to move to Zagreb, I used this book with my mother to convince her like why I'm moving to Croatia.
Now we got the Croatian version that Cody signed for Punica for my mother.